we have slowly but surely been chipping away at the remaining diamonds for our single player only diamonds challenge out here on Revontuli Coast, and today I wanted to come out here and focus on 3 species. Both geese species, tundra bean geese and greylag geese, and raccoon dogs. So basically, my plan is to go down through the south area of the map, get at least 5 male raccoon dogs, which could take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour depending on how lucky we get, and then we'll go and focus on geese. Now you may be wondering why I would put a quota on the amount of male raccoon dogs we're trying to get, but if you've watched a number of these Revontuli videos, you may be able to guess. Basically every time that we try to come down here and focus on raccoon dogs, something happens, we get distracted and end up killing like 2. So no matter what, whether it's a really poor hunt, whether we just want to go and chase geese, we have to get 5 before we do that. We just have to start killing some of these things and making some progress with that. A level 5 male is not a bad place to start. Got along there with the 30-30, which is going to be our raccoon dog gun for the day. And potentially at least moving in the right direction. Got a level 6 this time. Might be tough to get a vital hit. They're sort of angling. That's going to work. Now there is a female with it too, and if we can, we'll try to get those as we go along. But regardless, the quota is only going to be for males, so we can shoot 100 females during this hunt. That's not going to change how many males we have to get. Again, just because I want to make sure we're actually getting a fairly significant number to try to help us on this grind. Just missed out on getting a gold. Gold is 7.2, 7.14 for that guy. Just about every possible organ. No left lung or heart, but got everything else. And just for the sake of it, we'll go ahead and get the female as well. Still no idea if it really does matter, but I like to think it's making some difference in hitting them. Not quite sure why that one seemed to do nothing, but it's gonna get it. Actually appears though we got intestines, so good to know. Just because we're using something maybe a little bit better than a 243 handgun, still need to place our shots fairly accurately. I thought that might punch into the liver or maybe even in the back of the lung. Not in this case, but still got it down pretty quick. I'm actually not sure 30-30 versus 243. I want to say the 30-30 is just a touch more powerful. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, not going to matter when we shoot that far back. And since I mentioned it, the 243 has 30 penetration and 4 expansion. The 30-30 has 35 penetration and also 4 expansion. So basically same damage when it hits an organ, a little more penetration to actually get to more organs. But again, doesn't really matter, probably could have been 100 penetration. That angle wasn't going to get where we needed. Just about an exact copy of the last one. 5 to 7 estimate, level 6 again. But at least it has a chance of being a gold, and I'm at least hopeful that was a lung shot. I'm not going to lie. I would be surprised if it would run with any lung shot, maybe single lung. And it's possible, I guess, I could have been straight through the liver, but that's tough to do when the liver's probably a little bit smaller than the width of the bullet. It was intestine, stomach, liver though, and a silver once again, so really wouldn't have mattered. I guess that's one thing to hit the liver, it's a whole other to hit everything from the liver and back. Kinda seems as though we're going backwards. Got a level 4 now. There was another 6 to 8 kilo track though. I don't know where that got to. I think we just did the same thing. Pretty much shot back towards the liver. And by the way, I didn't intend for this to be like shoot 5 raccoon dogs and then move on. I was hoping to encounter something else, but that has mostly been it. Level 3 moose, and the occasional lynx passes through. And typically those have been females so far, so if we can get our breath back, and that kind of worked out because the lynx slowed down, at least we're able to get what will be our first gold of the hunt. All the raccoon dogs have been silvers, and literally same exact shot plus hit bone, I think. 5.81 for him. The lynx, on the other hand, the way that it dropped, it almost felt like it would have been a heart shot. It was. I don't know how to describe it, but like it fell faster than it would have if it was double lung. There's just something about the animation that I don't know that I can put into words, but it's visible when it happens. Anyway, I don't know that the heavier track was necessarily fresh, but they were going this way unless they turned when they got to the water. I was so sure that we were about to spot that one that we've been tracking. We have run tracks, there's raccoon dogs everywhere, but instead we have another level 5, 4 to 6 kilo one. That's one of the level 3s. I mean, we're just gonna try to get everything if we can. That one's gonna go down 2. And then there should be one other female at least. And I would have thought the 68 kilo one that we had the track of, they were kind of coming up this way. And now I don't really know where they went. We'll get our 2 then, and try to get back on his trail. So I guess we'll try to get 6 males, because that was number 5. And definitely a good thing to kind of even go beyond what we planned, but we are actually almost an hour into this hunt, and I'm kind of curious if it feels that way to you guys, because I honestly thought this has been like 20 minutes. So I guess that's a good thing, that we've been having, I guess, consistent enough encounters that it hasn't felt like it's just been a drag. But we are getting to the point that it's about time to transition. If we could only find the one that we had a track of. That is so intriguing. Those 2 went across there. It's another level 5, so doesn't really matter in the end. We'll probably make a less than ideal shot, but anything to bring him down. And then we'll try to get the level 3 that he's traveling with. So I don't know why they cut over here. Pretty sure we would have got a decent follow-up had we had one more round loaded, but either way, similar shots on both is going to bring them down, and after close to 10 total raccoon dogs, males and females, we'll move on to hunting for geese. Now, we found a spot on stream, but I don't know if we've come here for a video just yet. You can actually get both gray lag and tundra bean geese. I think it's this right here. We have setups all across the map, so we'll confirm that in just a moment. But I think that's going to be our spot. Regardless of how this hunt and honestly any future goose hunts pan out, I feel like that's the place to do the majority of our grinding for a diamond of both those species of geese. In the meantime, if we could find blood, that'd be good. Actually, that could not have worked out any better. Literally side by side they dropped, so we can get them and move on. I assume both bronzes due to bad shots, intestine stomach on the male, and just intestines on the female, which kind of explains how they ended up in the same spot since the female was further down. So let's go to that spot, get everything kind of squared away for a goose hunt, and we'll see what we can do. I fully expect to miss a bunch and have a bunch of geese that don't land in the ideal spot, but we're going to try to find a way to get some down. But here's a look at kind of what this place can be. We just fast traveled, and there's geese everywhere, and I honestly have no idea like what we're even going to try to target. Got some tufted ducks coming through as well, but they are going to land basically the opposite of where we're facing right now. They should land into the wind, so from the west towards the east. Our layout blind isn't exactly set up for that, but I think we can probably make it work. So we'll start calling. No idea where they're going to end up, but whatever sort of lands in our direction, if we can find a male, we'll go for it. Looking like everything's about to land, so we'll just, well, that could be a problem. They're gonna all take off because of the fact that the one landed so close. So that's 2 males. Hit a female, which at this point we'll just try to hit it again. And can we pick out a male to get with the 22? It's always tough. Just, it kind of comes down to the order that they land, the direction the males land versus where the females land, and just kind of odds of, are we going to aim in the right direction and just sort of get one spotted. That tundra bean goose looks like it's going to get away, which is all good. We still got 4 total, I think, 3 males, depends on if the other one got away. Can we hit that? 1 hit. We're going to end up claiming this when we try to spot. That was a level 3 silver, and that was a female, but got that one too. We'll take it. So with a small kind of break in the hunt, and I do mean a small break because I just heard some other geese somewhere, looks like they're right above us. I think now's a good time to transition to one stream kill, which is kind of the inspiration for this video. I mentioned that we wanted to focus on raccoon dogs and the geese today. There was one species I left out that we've been focusing on anytime that we go after the raccoon dogs, and that's because we finally got it on Monday's live stream. Ooh, hello there. Please be a 3. Please. Oh my god, hello. What? Can they troll? What just happened? It was like 2 feet away. Yes, they can. All right. Nobody panic. Yes. God, that is a huge weight off my shoulders. That was one of the ones that was going to be, like, ungrindable. Made it by a lot. 5.79. Good deal. So that was just really cool to get that finally done. And, you know, if I have a brand of luck, it's dumb luck. And finding the track, and then just feet later, spooking the rabbit, I think that falls into the category of dumb luck. So, glad that we could get it. At least we got that one off the list. And that basically leaves us with 4 to go. And it sure would be nice if we could hit that. I don't even know if it's worth taking all these shots, but of course when we try to spot it, we would just claim the one here. It doesn't matter in the end. But we now have, of course, the 2 species of geese. We need both a diamond greylag and a diamond bean goose. And we need a diamond raccoon dog. Other than that, just your Asian widgeon is all that's remaining. We've gotten every other duck species in the last couple of weeks. And now we have that mountain hare, which that was the only one I was really worried about. I do feel like, especially with the spot that we found that has both geese species coming in, we should be able to, even if it's only an hour or 2 a week, do some grinding and get those diamonds crossed off the list. And I don't know that we'll get there before the release of the New England map, but I think we're at a point where when we have the opportunity to put some time in, we're going to be able to get them and complete this challenge. That was the one animal, the mountain hare, has made me think that maybe we'd have to go to multiplayer, but our efforts, all those videos, all those times where we'd see one female mountain hare and I'd mention every single one of these matters, that effort paid off, and that's one more species crossed off the list. So with the normal amount of chaos, got tundra bean geese coming in as some greylags are circling. We have one male, and I mean, we could maybe hit it off the water. I don't think there's any point in trying to take it out of the air at that range, especially when it's a 2. If it was a level 5, that'd be one thing. Will that still spook the geese? I guess it will. And I think there was only like 1 or 2 males in this flock, and they were level 2s as well, so no big deal. We can attempt a couple of shots here, but, oh, actually, I was kind of saying all likelihood we're not going to get it, but one of each, sure. It's driving me insane. The one thing, I really like that the geese float all the way back and you don't even have to exit the blind to claim them, but I'd love to be able to spot when there's a goose underneath the blind. So in this case, we get to claim the one that we shot off the water. And the question is, among these greylags, is there anything remotely decent? One level 2 male followed by another, and then a completely separate flock that, at least at the moment, is not breaking off to where we could get to spot them. I guess we'll keep trying to call these other ones down. The other one that we got with the 22 is almost all the way here, and probably about the time that we can claim it, these ones are going to start to land. And again, unfortunately, not a whole lot to go for. We'll try to at least locate the 2 males. I'd love to get them both. I think that really starts to make a difference when there's only a couple of males, if you can actually take them both out. Not gonna help though. One there, which we'll probably have to get off the water, or maybe as he's leaving the water. I thought there were 2 at least. One way in the back. I think what might make sense is to, well, we might have to get them both out the water. And now I don't know which one he is. So what I was gonna do is attempt to leave the one in the water spotted and then get him afterwards. What we can do here though is take a double. I don't even know if we shot the right one. Maybe. I think we did, but that was trying to go from memory where in the order that male was. A couple of these are hits. They may or may not drop into the water. I really have no idea like how flocks are formed in this game. Like, I wonder, say you have 2 flocks of 10 and you kill 3 out of one flock and 7 out of another. Could you get one new flock out of them, or is it going to be 2 sort of partial flocks flying around until you shoot more of them? It may matter when you get some females, it may not. Ultimately, for the diamonds, we need to get the males, and we got one there, the level 2 off the water, and the other level 2 just as he was taken off. Good deal. I guess this is going to be our target. Got some other greylags that have landed already, and naturally, they took off from landing too close, and that kind of makes our life a little more difficult. We have hit a couple of these. Typically, though, when it actually matters, those shots don't land. I guess we can clutch one to wrap up, though. Why can't I get out of here? Okay, that was weird. I am just realizing, though, he's our last chance for a gold of a target species, because our only gold, I think, was that lynx. And he has a gold at 3.40 on the dot. What a good way to end. 190 meters wing shot. Just barely with a 22. And of course, we do have the Diamond Mountain Hare to go and place in the lodge. Again, I'm just super thrilled to have that thing. To get it on stream as well, I love the going back and watching the reaction. I just felt like it was one of those things that could take a really long time, and I guess it did. I mean, Revontuli's been out for just about 5 months, but we finally got it. By the way, speaking of the trophy lodge, we are just about due for a lodge tour. We typically do them every 6 months. This year we didn't do one around June, so it's gonna be almost a full year. But I'm looking forward to checking out all the new additions. The videos have gotten to the point of being almost an hour long, and that increases with every new animal added, including this one, a 5.7 scoring Diamond Mountain Hare. And what I find interesting, I think it was 5.79 in the harvest screen, 5.80 flat in the manager. I don't know why that happens. I see that with a lot of stuff, but I think we'll go with the harvest screen of 5.79, especially since it does display as 5.7 here in the lodge. So, gotta put it how it was. I think we had that pose and kind of facing that way, but I'm just super stoked to have that out of the way. With the remaining ones, Raccoon Dog I think is likely to be the toughest, but everything is a lot more attainable, and we really can focus better on Raccoon Dogs. They have a drink time. It's at night, but you can find a lot of them, and that might be something we do in the very near future. As for the Waterfowl, the geese, I think that spot's going to produce one. We just got to put the time in. And widgeon, we haven't done much hunting for them, so it's hard to say just how difficult that'll be, but I'd like to think we're well on our way. That was the one that I thought could hold us up, and it is crossed off the list officially, thanks to a live stream. And actually, I had done a poll prior to that stream, Way the Hunter or Call the Wild. Thanks to everyone that voted in that poll and sent us to Revontuli, because that is what got us that diamond hare. But anyway, that's officially going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.